What if every version of yourself that you've ever imagined is already alive, existing in a parallel reality, and all it takes to step into their life is a shift in your attention? What if the life you've been dreaming of isn't somewhere out there in the future, but waiting for you to consciously align and jump into it right now? Quantum jumping is not wishful thinking. It is not fantasy. It is the practice of consciously navigating the multiverse of possibilities available to your consciousness. The quantum field doesn't just respond to your thoughts. It responds to your focused awareness, intention, and emotional coherence. Every potential self, every alternate reality, exists simultaneously. Most of the time, you are locked into a single stream of experience, limited by fear, habit, or distraction. But what if you could deliberately tune into a higher frequency, a more empowered version of yourself, and bring that energy into your present reality? Think of your life as a vast ocean of potential. Normally, you paddle along a single current, believing it's the only one. Quantum jumping teaches you to rise above that current, to navigate toward a richer, more aligned stream of possibility. Ancient mystics, from the Egyptian mystery schools to Vedantic sages, spoke of aligning consciousness with higher realities. Modern quantum physicists and consciousness researchers, from Amit Goswami to Joe Dispenza, explain that observation collapses possibility into experience. The act of focused, coherent attention can literally shift the trajectory of your reality. Imagine this: you sit quietly, you focus your mind, and you visualize an alternate version of yourself, skilled, confident, thriving, in alignment with abundance, love, and clarity. That version of you is real in the quantum field. The moment you consciously observe and emotionally connect with them, you begin collapsing potential into presence. Your body, mind, and energy field start to resonate at the frequency of that higher self. Subtle shifts occur almost instantly. Ideas, inspiration, confidence, and synchronicities appear. You have jumped, not physically but consciously, into a reality where possibility becomes tangible. The beauty of quantum jumping is that it combines theory and practice. It is rooted in hard science, yet it is accessible in everyday life. It doesn't require mystical prowess or extraordinary talent, only attention, coherence, and willingness to engage with your potential. And today, we are going to explore not just the theory, but practical, step-by-step methods you can use immediately to begin jumping into higher possibilities, shifting your life, and aligning with your desired reality. But before we go deeper, pause and consider this. How much of your life feels like it's happening to you? How often do you wish you could just press reset, gain clarity, or embody a version of yourself that feels more empowered, more aligned, more alive? What if that version is not somewhere in the future, but available to you right now, waiting for you to observe, align, and step into it? In the next part, we will dive into the mechanics of quantum jumping, how consciousness interacts with the multiverse, the role of observation and emotional coherence, and the subtle energy practices that allow you to instantly connect with alternate selves. You'll learn how to access these possibilities safely, effectively, and repeatedly, turning theory into an immediate, practical experience that you can begin using today. Now that you understand the concept, that alternate versions of yourself exist, and that consciousness can access them, the question becomes, how do you actually jump? Quantum jumping is not theory alone. It is a deliberate, repeatable practice that allows you to step into higher possibilities with clarity and coherence. And the first secret lies in observation and focus. Your consciousness is like a radio, transmitting and receiving frequencies of reality. Normally, you are tuned into a single channel, the familiar version of your life. But the multiverse is alive with infinite channels, each representing a potential self, each a version of you already living the life you desire. The act of quantum jumping is simply tuning your frequency to that channel, aligning emotionally and mentally, and collapsing possibility into presence. The first step is stillness. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and bring your attention inward. Notice your breath. Feel the rhythm of your heart. Allow mental chatter to settle. This is not a passive pause. It is the foundation of alignment. Your mind must become the lens through which observation collapses potential into reality. Next, visualize your target self. This is not just imagination, it is intentional observation. Picture the version of you who has already achieved the life, skills, clarity, or abundance you desire. See them moving, interacting, feeling, thriving. Engage your senses. Notice the way they speak, the confidence in their posture, the calm in their energy. The more vividly you feel this version as real, the stronger the signal you broadcast into the quantum field. Then connect emotionally. Quantum mechanics and consciousness research converge on a powerful principle. Emotion amplifies intention. Feel the excitement, the gratitude, the confidence, the peace of your alternate self. Allow your body to resonate with these emotions. Your energy field begins to match the frequency of that reality. You are no longer merely imagining. You are observing and aligning, and the field begins to respond. Now comes the subtle but profound step: integration. Imagine merging with this alternate self. Feel the shift in perspective, the alignment of skills, mindset, and intuition. Notice how this energy informs your present choices. Even if the jump is temporary, the influence is real. You may notice ideas, solutions, or insights arising that were previously inaccessible. The universe responds to this coherent signal, delivering opportunities, synchronicities, and inspiration that reflect the frequency of your jumped self. Practice is key. Start with short sessions, a few minutes at a time, and gradually extend. Keep a journal of your experiences, insights, coincidences, sudden bursts of clarity, or shifts in confidence. Over time, you will notice patterns. The more coherent your attention and emotion, the more seamless the jumps. You will begin to inhabit alternate possibilities naturally, bringing elements of those realities into your everyday life. Quantum jumping also works in micro-moments. You don't need elaborate meditation or long hours. Pausing before a meeting, a decision, or a challenging conversation, and visualizing a confident, aligned version of yourself can shift the outcome instantly. The field responds immediately to coherence. You begin collapsing potential into presence moment by moment, action by action, thought by thought. Yet there is a hidden truth. Most people fail to quantum jump consistently because they are tethered to limiting beliefs and habitual identities. The ego resists change, fear of the unknown creates friction, and doubt distorts the signal. That is why the practice is as much about identity transformation as it is about visualization. The more you embody the qualities of your alternate self, courage, confidence, clarity, abundance, the more permanent the jumps become. You are not stepping into someone else's life. You are remembering and activating aspects of yourself that have always existed in potential. And here is the subtle, powerful tip. Small daily jumps compound. 10 minutes of deliberate observation, emotion, and alignment can ripple through your day, altering interactions, decisions, and perception. The universe responds cumulatively. Over weeks, months, and years, your entire reality begins to reflect the higher frequency of the lives you choose to observe and inhabit. Pause for a moment. Feel it. Sense the version of you that is more capable, more aligned, more powerful. That self is not imaginary. It is real in the quantum field. Every breath, every focused thought, every coherent emotion brings that reality closer. And if you're ready to explore deeper techniques, advanced alignment practices, and ways to stabilize and sustain your jumps, subscribe now. This channel is a laboratory for consciousness, a guide for navigating the multiverse, and a place where your future self can start whispering directions you've never heard before. In the next part, we'll explore advanced quantum jumping techniques, including how to navigate multiple realities safely, integrate jumps into everyday life, and maintain alignment even when the mind or world feels chaotic. You'll learn how to amplify intuition, attract opportunities, and embody the qualities of your jumped self continuously, so that quantum shifts stop being rare events and become your default way of living. By now, you've experienced the power of quantum jumping, the realization that alternate versions of yourself exist, that observation collapses possibility into reality, and that intention combined with coherent emotion can shift your life almost instantly. But the true mastery lies in integration, turning occasional jumps into a consistent, lived experience, where higher potential becomes your default state. The first step in this integration is identity alignment. You are not borrowing someone else's life. You are activating a version of yourself that has always existed in potential. Every thought, feeling, and action is an opportunity to inhabit that self fully. Begin to ask, how would my jumped self move through this day, this conversation, this challenge? How would they respond, feel, and act? The moment you align your behavior, energy, and attention with that reality, you collapse potential into presence effortlessly. Next is real-world application. Quantum jumping isn't confined to meditation or visualization exercises. Every decision, every interaction, and every creative endeavor becomes a practice. Before making choices, pause and sense the version of yourself that navigates life with clarity and purpose. Before speaking or negotiating, imagine the confident, aligned self and allow that presence to guide your words. Even mundane tasks become opportunities to reinforce coherence and broadcast your signal to the field. Consistency is key. Short, daily jumps, 5 minutes of observation, emotional alignment, and visualization compound over time. Your consciousness begins to habitually tune into higher possibilities. You notice synchronicities more frequently. Opportunities that once felt random now appear as direct responses to your focused attention. Relationships, health, creativity, and finances all respond to the frequency of your aligned consciousness. Advanced quantum jumping involves navigating multiple realities consciously. Some moments call for subtle shifts, others for deep embodiment. To do this safely, always anchor in present awareness. Begin by imagining the alternate self, merging with their energy, and then returning to the present with insights, confidence, or solutions. This practice ensures that jumps enhance your current reality, rather than causing dissociation or distraction. The multiverse responds, but your grounded presence allows you to integrate these shifts into tangible outcomes. Emotion remains the amplifier. Without coherent feeling, observation alone is limited. Gratitude, joy, confidence, and calm are the frequencies that strengthen your signal. Negative emotions like doubt, fear, or frustration can distort alignment. Therefore, cultivating emotional coherence is as important as mental focus. Practices like heart-centered breathing, mindful journaling, or small rituals of gratitude can dramatically enhance your capacity to jump effectively. The final layer is embodiment. You must carry the qualities, intuition, and alignment of your jumped self into every moment of life. Let your posture, voice, and presence reflect the reality you wish to inhabit. Let your thoughts resonate with the frequency of higher possibility. Let your choices echo the coherence of your desired self. Quantum jumping is most potent when it is embodied, when observation, emotion, and action converge in alignment. Pause for a moment and feel it. Sense the version of yourself that is confident, creative, abundant, and aligned. That self is not a dream. That self exists in the quantum field, ready for you to observe, embody, and integrate. Every breath you take, every decision you make, and every moment of attention brings you closer to permanently inhabiting that reality. And here is your invitation. Commit now to conscious quantum jumping. Observe, align, feel, and act with coherence. Let each moment become an opportunity to access higher possibilities. If you're ready to deepen your practice, amplify your intuition, and learn advanced techniques. For integrating jumps seamlessly into your life, subscribe now. This channel is your guide to navigating the multiverse of consciousness, collapsing infinite potential into reality, and embodying the life your future self has always been calling you to. Remember, the quantum field is always listening, always responding. Your alternate selves are already alive. Your future self is already aligned. The only thing left is for you to step into the signal, merge with the energy, and collapse possibility into presence. Quantum jumping is not magic. It is mastery of attention, emotion, and alignment. It is not a one-time experience. It is the way your reality begins to flow effortlessly, intentionally, and powerfully. Take a deep breath. Feel the energy of your jumped self. Observe, align, integrate, and embody. The multiverse is waiting. Your potential is waiting. Your life is waiting. Step into it. Jump now.